update for Election Day 2012. I'm Stephanie Tarduno.
And I'm Orit Blum. We're about halfway through the voting period, and our reporters are hard at work getting up-to-date election information for you. Though it is still too early to predict the winner of the 2012 presidential election, there is a clear divide between parts of the country. The West Coast and Northeast states are expected to do well for Barack Obama, while the Middle and Southeast states are Mitt Romney's territory. We will continue to keep a close eye on the race, so stay tuned for our next update. It's still too soon to call the 24th congressional district race between Representative Anne Marie Buerkle and Dan Maffei. But Federal Election Commission records show that the two candidates have continued to bring in big campaign donations leading all the way up to today's election. Buerkle reportedly raised $29,000 on Thursday and Friday from corporate and political organizations, while Maffei reported raising nearly $19,000 during the same period from labor unions and political groups.
To set up for Election Day actually takes more time than you might think. NCC News reporter Paige Sedgwick says the poll volunteers at May Memorial Church in Syracuse have dedicated their day to making sure everything goes smoothly.
I'm here this morning at May Memorial Church, that's just located at 3800 East Genesee Street. Even though the polls open at 6, the poll volunteers arrived here at 5 a.m. to get everything set up. The first line of business for the poll volunteers is they started up the Scantron and did last-minute paperwork. Volunteer Cynthia Bishop says it isn't hard to wake up this early on Election Day.
It's not a problem. It's important enough. Set the alarm, get out of bed.
These poll volunteers put in long hours to make sure everything goes well on Election Day.
No matter what it is, we put in a 18-hour day here. Opening the polls, getting it ready, and taking care of the lines that are out there like that now.
Polls have opened at 6 with a huge line. Everything has been running super smooth, and everyone is getting in and getting their votes done, and it's going quite well. The polls will be open here today for voters to vote until 9 p.m. I'm Paige Sedgwick reporting for Democracy in Action.
At May Memorial Church, there are 9 volunteers who are monitoring the election today.
Also, we want to remind our viewers we have an ongoing hashtag for our Democracy in Action, hashtag DIACNY. We have been monitoring the Twitter sphere and getting up-to-date election news from our reporters and from voters.
One of NCC News' own reporters, Debbie Truong, tweeted earlier today, New Yorkers affected by Sandy can fill out affidavit ballots at any of the state's polling places, including Syracuse University's Byrd Library.
Well, I know I had friends who were worried about voting when their polling places got destroyed, so that's definitely great news for victims of Hurricane Sandy.
Well, this has been a Democracy in Action update brought to you by NCC News. I'm Stephanie Tarduno.
And I'm Orit Blum. For all of the latest news throughout Election Day, visit www.dia-cny.com/electionday.